Hello, everybody, and welcome back today. We're going to do something a little bit different for our math lesson today. So, what you'll really need is your brain. All right, so we're going to be doing something where you're going to have to watch my hand motions to see if you can keep up with our math today. So you're going to have to make sure you've had a good breakfast or a good lunch, depending on what time you're doing it, that you're full of a little bit of energy, and that your brain is ready to go. So let's do a little flossing of our brain to get it cleared out. Ready? All right, your brain should be ready. Let's give it a little kiss for good luck. Kiss your brain. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Today we are working on adding or subtracting 10 and 1. So we're going to play a game with that because you all are really good about adding groups of 10 or subtracting groups of 10. And you should be able to do this in your head now. All right, so we want to be able to add groups of 10. So if you see my thumb go like this, that means I want you to go up, adding 10. If you see my thumb go like this, that means you got to stop and go down by 10. So we'll start off easy, then I'll make it a little bit harder for you. All right, and we're also going to do the same thing with ones. So when you were in school, you probably did start with get to. And sometimes the number was low and you had to get all the way to a large number. Sometimes the number started out greater and you'd have to subtract and count backwards. We're going to be kind of doing something similar to that. All right, but instead of us having a start and stopping point, I'm going to be having your brain flip back and forth from adding and subtracting. Because by the time you're in second grade, you should be able to add or subtract ones and add or subtract tens without having to draw it or count on your fingers or to look at the actual number. Your brain should be able to do it by yourself. So here's how it's going to work. Today you don't need any materials except for that brain. And we're going to start first by counting by ones. So if my thumb goes like this, the number gets greater. My thumb goes like this, the number gets lower or lesser. Here we go. We're going to start with the number 25. 25, and we're counting by ones. Here we go. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 30. Oh, we gotta go down now. We were at 36, 35, 34, 33, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. We're at 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We were at 30. Gotta go backwards. 29, 28, 27, 26. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Okay. All right, so we're pretty good, right? Up by one, down by one. All right. Now let's start at what's that number? 93. All right. Watch my thumb. 93. We're starting backwards. 92, 91, 90, 89, 88. We're at 83, 84, 85. 90, 91. We're at 99. You all thought I was going to go over. 98, 97. Stop. All right. So we're pretty good at counting by ones and going backwards and forwards with that. But one thing that we didn't practice too often was going forwards and backwards with our tens. Now, a lot of you can count by tens, but we're not just going to do like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're going to actually have two digits that we're going to have to count by, and sometimes that tricks us up a little bit. So we're just going to get our brains warmed up with just the normal counting by tens, and then I'm going to put a number up here that will still be counting by tens, forwards and backwards, but it's not going to just be tens by itself. It won't be 20. It will be something like 28. All right, so first let's just start with 0 and count by tens till we get to 120. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. All right, now let's go backwards, starting at 120. 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. All right, so now we have to use that knowledge of which group of 10 comes next, but we're going to start counting from a different number. So here's our number we're going to start with. 35. All right, so we're just going to go up by 10 until I tell you to stop, and then we'll come down because we got to kind of train our brain a little bit before I can do some of these quick ones with you. All right, so we're going to do 2 a little bit slowly, and then I'll check your understanding doing it a little bit faster. So here we're going to go. We're going to start with 35, and we're going to go as close as we can to 120. Ready? 35, 45, 55, 65, 95, 105, 115. Did you get it? That's a hard one. Sometimes we go 105, 120, and we stop there, but it's not. It has to be 115. Now we got to go backwards. 115, 105, 95, 85, 75, 65, 55. Oh, I went past it. All right, so let's do one more. $62. We're going to go up as high as we can get to 120, close as we can get to 120. We're going to go down, and we'll actually probably go past 62 since it's kind of in the middle. All right, so we're at 62, 72, 82, 92, 102, 112. Awesome. Let's go backwards now. 112, 102, 92, 82, 72, 52, 42, 22, 12, 2. We would just end with that group. We counted all the tens back, so we just have some ones left over. All the way to 2. All right. How many of you think you're ready for this? Are you going to be able to keep up with my thumb? You are? I don't know about that. All right, let's see. I love how excited you are. You're up to my challenge. We'll start off a little easy. We'll just start off counting by normal tens, and then I'll put a number up here. All right, are you ready? Get your brain ready. Floss it out. Kiss your brain. Get some good luck. All right, here we go. Starting with 10. 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, you're at 90, 80, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, so you gotta really keep up. Make sure you know what number you're on. And some of you are probably going way faster than I am. And then it's a little tricky because we're on different numbers. So stay with my pace, even if your brain is faster than that. All right. Here is our last one of adding and subtracting 10. You can do it. What shall I do? We're going to start with 71. 71. So every answer is going to have a 1 at the end because we're not changing the ones place. We're only changing that tens place. This tens place is either going up, 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 or down, down, down. The 1 is staying as 1. All right, so are you ready? Awesome. Here we go. So we're at 71, 81, 91, 101, 111, 101, 91, 81, 71, 61, 51, 41, 31. So we're at 31, 41, 51, 61. We're at 61, 51, 41, 31, 21, 11, 1. We're at 1. All right. Nice job today. So we just want to make sure that you are able to add and subtract by just 1, which is kind of like our counting. Everybody should be able to count to 120 going forwards and backwards. And then now we're using that same knowledge of which number changes by counting by tens. So we were adding groups of 10 or taking away groups of 10, and you're able to do that in your head. If that was a little bit tricky for you, I am so proud of you for sticking through it and trying your best. And it'll be really important then for you to go onto IXL, look at some of those lessons that are starred, and practice. Practice makes progress. We're not asking you to be perfect, but we want you to progress. We want you to be prepared for second grade. So please take some time to go onto IXL, look at those starred lessons from your teacher, and make sure you're doing 1 or 2 each day. That will really help you to see some of this math maybe in a different way than I'm showing you, that might help you understand it better. All right, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.